it's Miss Mocha. Welcome back to my spiritual therapy. I'm just coming real quick, take a break from um, the Children of Israel study because I came up on some notes about fear. So I thought that they were very important because I remember when I struggled with fear so much that I was having panic attacks and just anxiety through the roof. Like it was so bad. And these verses I wrote down because I wish I would have had them when I was going through, my trauma and my anxiety and stuff because they're verses about fear that helps you maybe relieve some fear. I don't know. Hopefully they will help. It's about 9 verses that I'll read just because it's like a little fear study. So verses about fear, okay? So the first one I got is Psalms chapter 5 verse 7 says, "But as for me, I will come into thy house in the multitude of thy mercy, and in thy fear will I worship toward thy holy temple." So fear here is like out of respect. It could mean that he was like in fear of God or in fear, just feeling scared, and he was still worship toward God and toward the Holy Temple. But when I looked it up in other versions, it was more so talking about bowing down to God out of fear him, out of respect for him, to worship him. So that is the first one. The second one comes from Psalms chapter 23, verses 4, which is a very popular one that we all probably know, or people probably know. And it's, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me." So that is one where if you're having fear, just know that God is with you with his rod and his staff, and they, ready to take out your enemies. So take comfort in that. Do not fear. This third one, it comes from Psalm chapter 27, verse 1. And it says, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid?" So I like that one because it's like, the Lord got me. Who should I fear out here? And so the fourth one comes from Psalm chapter 27, verse 2, when it says, "When the wicked, even my enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell." And then the fifth one is Psalm chapter 27, verse 3, that says, "Though an host hold, or though an host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war should rise against me, and this will I be confident." So it's like, even if people are coming up against you, or warring against you, raging against you, you shouldn't fear. Your heart should stand, with God. So being confident that God has your back. You should not fear no one, nothing, or no one. Okay, so the sixth verse I got is Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. And it says, "And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both the soul and the body in hell." So, you know what that means, saying don't fear, people out here or even evil, because they can just kill the body. They can't kill your soul. You should be fearing God, who can take both your soul and your body. Okay, so that's all that's saying. And then the seventh verse I got is Matthew chapter 28, verse 5. And it says, "And the angel answered and said unto the women, Fear not ye, for I know that ye seek Jesus, which was crucified." So again, that's just a verse saying not to fear. And the eighth one I got is Luke 12, verse 32. It says, "Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom." So just another verse talking about don't fear. God is helping you. God is going to give you things. God is going to be there. And the ninth one, the last one I got, is 2 Timothy 1 verse 7, which is one that I really came familiar with. For God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. So that one really helped me, to not fear, just to lean on knowing that God has given me power, love, and a sound mind, a right mind, so that I would, you're not to go crazy. You're not supposed to have anxiety. You're not supposed to be afraid because He didn't give us that spirit. That spirit comes from the devil, it doesn't come from God. We have the spirit of power and love, and to have a right mind, a sound mind, to know that everything is going to be okay. So if you are fearing, that does not come from God. Shake it off. Use these verses if you need to shake the fear off, shake off the anxiety, shake off the panic, shake it all off, because it does not come from God. I know things can get scary. Believe me, trust me, I know. I was so bad with fear. And that's just because of all the trauma that I went through, but now I'm way stronger, and that's how I know that He gives us the power of love, power, love, and a sound mind, because I have that now. Before I didn't have it. So I just want to read these. Hopefully they'll help someone. Maybe someone is in fear and needs, some kind of comfort. God is there, but use these verses to connect with Him if you're having a hard time with fear. So, all right, that's all I want to say. Thanks for listening.